working for us. World Federation is not working for us. They are interested, I don't know, in Hawaii and I don't know where. They don't care for it. They don't know what is happening in our community. There is so much poverty. There are boys here who want to get married, but they cannot afford to get married. We have got our widows. They are in desperate situation. They are our children who need to go for education. Tell me if a child here who is so excellent in studies, he gets 95, 100%, who gets an admission into university like Oxford or Cambridge, and are we sacrificing the talent and telling him to go to India or you go to South Africa, or you go to Malaysia to study because of finance? Isn't it our duty to see that boy excels in his career? We don't do it. We don't do it. Nobody cares. World Federation up till now does not have a budget. And if the budget is there, it is only for the sake of information to the councillors that we have budgeted this money to spend there, spend there, spend there. Nobody has got argument to argue about it. Nobody has got any right to say anything about it. This money which is coming in, where is it going? What are we doing with this money? Then why we are the members of World Federation? Why Africa Federation is a member? Why Pakistan or India or Europe or America or Australia are the members? For what? Huh? Everybody's told you can make 8 executive councillors to appoint. What are they going to do there? Just to sit there, eat korosho, and come back? Do they come and report to this federation or to this community or to the grassroots what is happening there? Is there any money being dispersed? We have this what you call red tapes, capital project. If you want to do a project here in Moshi, you have to first form a building committee. You have to raise 30% or 40% of the value of this thing. Then you apply with Africa Federation. Then from Africa Federation, somebody is appointed. I don't know, maybe from Dar es Salaam, from Mwanza, whoever. He comes to check your project. What does he know about Moshi? What does he know the situation of Moshi? Nothing. But he is to approve it. And after that approval, it has to go to World Federation. Now you can just imagine a person sitting in Canada or sitting in Europe who is going to make a decision for Moshi. Does it look good? Yeah, but if I want to build a school of $1.8 million in Syria, I don't have that. And then there is an excuse. I have a donor. Donor's name is not disclosed. What are we doing? Why we are doing like this? Why are we treating ourselves in those sector? And the main thing is that why is the grassroots so silent? Why are not they uproaring through the Jamaat? Why are they not demanding anything? My commitment is to uphold our constitution. My commitment is, number one, stop saying that West and East, we need separate nurture. Nowadays there is a lot of controversy. We should have a merger from West. What is wrong with our merger? The thing is that we as a federation and we as Africa Federation, World Federation, are not giving proper guidance and knowledge to our grassroots to work in how to work with the foreign merger. Okay. Look at the money which is wasted. Mobile training, $2.5 million and above, gone down the drain. You must have heard about Northern Star, $750,000 pounds down the drain. Oja herited that video which was made and everything, more than $300,000 to $400,000 to make that comment, that documentary. What is in that? Tell me. The only thing you're seeing that the rich people are giving the interview. Show me one person from the ground level in that interview. But our grassroots people, they are not intelligent and are not that old people enough there to tell you what they are, how did we come. We are only using that top brass to give an interview. What are we doing? What are you trying to do? Is this that we are now becoming that we don't care for our poor and we are going to look after our rich only? Don't you need that we should change the money which is coming into? You know, one of the candidates in Karachi is saying World Federation is not a bank. And I'm saying that World Federation is a bank. Every year, our brothers bank pumps money into that World Federation. And where is that money going? Why are we not spending? According to me, if I am a chairman of the World Federation, my first and foremost thing will be that I make a budget, a proper pie, and my members are the first recipient of the funds. They should get the funds first, because I believe in Koja first. And then this federation, I make sure that works with the Jamaat. And the Jamaat is then, we have to ensure, looks after the poor people. The grassroots has to wake up. And we have to wake them up through this system. If you are not going to do that, this community is going to go from bad to worse. These rich people or the people who are not poor or something, they will not care for us. The second thing in the constitution, if you see, is to relieve poverty amongst the members of the community. Social responsibility for all. No KSI sleeps hungry anywhere in the world. The one which they get World Federation aid, it should be World Federation aid for us. You know, anything happening outside, Hawaii or something, they straight away make us beggars for them. They literally make us beggars. The moment you see that, they'll find some Shias or there are some Muslims in there, and they will say, oh, we need to help them, and we need so many $1,000, and they'll say, every Jamaat through their federations, go into your community during Kushali and Wafat, go with the Bakulis, or help the Hawaiian people, help the people in there, help. Why are we not taking up this Bakula for us? We don't need help. Who's looking after our help? You will see today, nowadays, it's become a sort of a practice in everything, and even private trusts are springing up, helping the orphans in Syria. They go around begging, go around taking money from them. They collect about 5,000-10,000, and they go and throw it there. What about our orphans here dying? What about our poor here sleeping hungry? And let me tell you, nowadays the situation in Europe and America is becoming such that they are not having equal meal on their table. Are we thinking about it? Have we ever have anything on the table to say that today we are going to think about politics? Has World Federation thought any time of this? They are only interested in their wah-wahs. You'll see the photographs. They went to see Theresa May, or they want to see this speaker, or Dr. Moshi, they went to see somebody in the United Nations. He takes a photograph. Does it help me? Meeting Theresa May is going to feed my poor. It's not helping us. This is, you are doing your own business. You are promoting yourself. You are not promoting the community. Wellness and well-being, physical and mental health services. We need this. We need everywhere. At least we should have a proper dispensary if we don't have an hospital. We should have proper health service. Everywhere, in every Jamaat, we should have one. We should be looking after them. We are not looking after them. Then multi-generation housing for seniors and youth together, especially the first-time buyers. We should have those complexes. I think the one which I can now give you a good example is Mombasa Jamaat. We have the complex whereby the Bewa staying in the same complex. They are youth staying there, they are seniors staying there. They help each other. There is a unity, they unify the community. We need to do this all over the world, everywhere. These are very important things which we have to do in every places. Then we have to do the inward investment, issue community bonds with guarantees, synchronize economic upliftment projects to maximize economic and scale and output to create brotherhood, and so we work together for one community. When we are talking about economic upliftment, what are we talking about? If I'm going to come, you must have seen lately, the World Federation people come here and say, okay, we are going to do finance some people to run the business, or we will give them the money and everything. But Jamaat, you collect the funds back. Why are you coming directly to them? What for? If you want to help them, go through the channel, go through the Africa Federation. Yeah, if you want, you can come and examine it. Sit with the Jamaat. Find out what it is. See what you can do. One of the things, I will just give you one example. You know, if you have to work for the poor or the people who want to invest in certain business aspects, look if there is anybody from our community in this business who is progressing. One example of Nairobi, they went and wanted to give $5,000 or $7,000 somebody to start a spare part business. What is $7,000 in spare part business in Nairobi? It will not even start. $5,000 will go on in a goodwill. What will you do? Nothing. If they are serious in doing that, they should come to Nairobi Jamaat, like Ramzan Nanji in Palo Alto Spares. They are in a spare part business. Work with them. This man, we have brought him, he wants to start this business. Can you help him? He is expert in that business. He knows where is the market. He knows where, because he opened his own branches. He will identify for it. You tell him that in order to start his off shop, we are going to give you so much. But please make sure that when he progresses, you collect all the funds, and our funds, you give it back to the Jamaat. You know, you've got responsible businessmen looking after that. And he will make sure, because he's doing that, monitoring that person, he will make sure to bring them. You know, you have to work something. That is one. The other thing which I just left the book in my car, which I should have brought. We have to work for the economic liftment from the grassroots. Every member should have a share. There is a book in my car, which I'll try to show you when I'm going out. You set up a company at World Federation level. The company's capital would be about $5 to $10 million. This company, when it is set up as a headquarter, the shares are made up from, let's say, $500, $200 to all the shares, what is required for that amount to be raised. Now, these shares are then, World Federation, if they want to buy certain shares, they buy the shares for themselves. Then it passes over to Africa Federation. And Africa Federation passes over to the Jamaat level. And the Jamaat then floats the shares to the grassroots. Everybody invests in that company. It becomes a global Shia endowment trust. It's a global and with the shares. And it is on top of it. And we get professionals, and we have got professionals in this field who can run this for us. They have made this whole booklet and promising with a safe investment, the community will make not less than 14%. If they are going to make a 14%, you take away the maintain or the running of the affairs of this thing about 2%, 3%, remaining about 11%, you pass it over. You pass it over to Africa Federation, you pass it over to the community. Each and every person, every member of our grassroots knows that we belong to this community, which is not equal. We are not doing that. We have to do that. We have to look into this. This is the duty of the World Federation. That is very true. We are wasting our talent. We are totally wasting. How much money we are spending on administration, and how much are we earning? Nothing. You are only promoting yourself. I'm in a World Federation position, and I'm working. I come to Moshi, I'm World Federation, I catch one of you. So I want to product this product of mine. Can you show me the person who will be there? And because it's World Federation, we take him. Or you say, I will do it, or if everyone, so he's interested in product. He's not interested to come to Moshi to help the Jamaat or the grassroots. He's there here to market his product. And that is happening. It has been happening everywhere. And they have been doing it. So this is real work. You see, it is time, high time that we have to come out of the system. We should not accept a candidate from the system. You need a candidate now who is from outside the system, from the grassroots, who is going to look at that one, and he will work for the grassroots. My last one, because I know you people are busy and you don't have time. and I will be taking very small time here, is to educate members of the community. The first thing and foremost thing is to Quran illiteracy understanding. Focus on Quran and Al-Hadith inspired love of our Alhajj Islam. The candidate who's standing here, he has been in charge for this for last 20 years. Mobile training fell out of it. If you see at Star, it's fell. Now Madrasa of Excellence. How many Jamaats in the world have accepted it? Has anybody of you seen that code, the thing Madrasa, what they are making? You have seen it. Do you see anything about Quran inside?
So the way I saw it and I studied it, it was totally all integrated together.
Yeah, but on what basis? Do you find anything about Quran there? Illiteracy of Quran, or anything mentioned about the Quran, or making the students study about the law or alphabet from Quran?
I didn't go into that in depth.
It's not there. I'm telling you. Do you see anything about fiqh?
It's all integrated. That's what I was
I'm
trying to tell
saying.
you.
But I'm
Fiqh,
specifically,
and,
I'm asking two specific things.
Yeah.
One is about the illiteracy of Quran, of a law of our alphabet. The second is I'm asking about the fiqh. Any fiqh masala? There? No, it's not. Now I'll refer to you. Check the one which was made by Alhajj Marhum, Ali Zananji. Check his madrasa syllabus you have taken out. You'll find this thing. Where are you? Where you are going? And this Al-Adha has not even spent, I don't think even spent $50,000. And they have already spent here $500,000, no, $2 million. And ask you one question. Today, Marja is based in Najaf, right? There is West and there is East. Why is the Marja giving a fatwa for the West separate and for the East separate? Why? Is the religion one? Isn't Marja ours is one? Why is giving different fatwas? If he is giving different fatwas, the culture was differently, how are you going to integrate the culture and everything in this Marja of excellence worldwide in one? How will it be? Let me tell you, there is more Islam in West than there is Islam in East. You know what? Look at the West, the way they work. If there is any problem, anything happening anywhere in the world, not Muslim, I'm talking the general public of Europe, they will come with the funds. Which Eastern country is coming with those funds to help anybody? Today Muslims, if Syrians they are running to Europe as refugees, right? Does Saudi Arabia or anybody is so rich accepting them? And we are claiming that in the East there is poverty and the West there is no religion. The thing is that we are not propagating our religion. We have failed in it. We are trying to create our own marja there. No, that is not the way of doing it. I am telling you this, madrasa, take it from me. Come about 5 to 10 years from now, this syllabus will be thrown into the dustbin because it is part of Ismaili syllabus. This has been followed, copying from the Ismaili syllabus which was thrown into the dustbin. Take it from me, granted. Study your things, and you'll find what I have asked you the question, you'll find it is not there. The fiqh is not there. The Quran connected with our Ahlul, which we have to put instill in our young children, is not there. What are you teaching them? Why are you telling mothers of excellence? Doesn't make any sense to me. The other thing is financial illiteracy. You have noticed here that if our children come out from university and they start getting salaries, everything, they wipe it out like that. Wrong investments, wrong expenditure. We should introduce in every Jamaat to teach our children, educate from illiteracy and be more family-minded and look about it. It is very important. Started education project, develop business and equip employability. In this one, I said, you education, for example, in Moshi, you could have we can set up somebody who can do some feasibility report of some business or something like that within the Jamaat. The first one I was talking on a World Federation level. Now I'm talking on grassroots level. You identify a project here. We form a company, we try to make that, like I was saying about this Igbo match factory, which is Africa Federation project, which Maroon, Bagubai, Ladakh, which run. It was running beautifully. The only problem we had with our community was there was nobody to take over after his passing away, when it collapsed. It's unfortunate. But we can make certain things like that now with our more intelligent people who are children who are studying and set up a company, if not only Moshi, but we can, in Dar es Salaam or anywhere, we float the funds to them. Same way, same system as I'm talking about the world. This should be done only at Jamaat level. You make your Jamaat strong, you make your roots stronger, make investment with them and the grassroots. The grassroots now should feel that this community belongs to me. They are not only going to beg, but they are going to give me back something. Look at that, make it. Now, when you do this kind of feasibility, you engage into these things, you form this kind of company, you are now employability of our. Some of our children are unfortunate that they could not go to that far high level. We can put them into these businesses to look after and train them. These are important aspects of the company. These are the things, these are the men. Today, if Aga Khan and these people are successful because they instill these things in their grassroots. This is what World Federation is supposed to do, instill into the grassroots. Encourage them. Use, if necessary, the funds which are getting from the book fund and everything into this aspect. And let it grow. Let it grow to that extent. The last one in the list which I want to, that is my closing, that khidmat. Unfortunately, at the moment, the top level devils, they want kidnap from you. They demand from you. If they want the money, go and beg for them. You want to do your project, you go and get your own money. Maroon Mullah Asghar, I remember when you go with the project, he will never tell you anything. Bismillah, go ahead. Here is 50,000 pounds for World Federation. I think you must be remembered. You have done here this Musafir Khana and everything. The property here, I used to come with him for opening this. Tamara Ladakh ni family building. But I think there were flags for the community which were made, which was opened by Mullah Asghar. I had come with him to open those flags.
Noshad Mirali.
Rajgar came, but no shot.
But upon Noshad Mirali later, but these are the things which we should be doing. But whenever there was a project, he would contribute. Today, World Federation, after all those red taps, when you go to them, they say, now you go and collect Kums money. So World Federation is collecting the Kums money from you people. Then that man for him comes to collect money for his project and say, but I've given to World Federation. What do you do? For that permission, you are going that length? Are they giving you khidmat? Or they are taking khidmat from you? My friend, the president should be for the grassroots. He should do khidmat. He should be there here. He makes sure that if he comes to Africa, he visits each and every Jamaat. Whether it is small or big, it doesn't matter. But you look at the grassroots, what is happening. If you come to Africa Federation meeting, if the Jamaats have problems and anything with it, the last thing, even the executive councils, why are they puppets? Only for the namesake, oh, I'm the executive council of World Federation. That is only. And when there is a meeting here, bધાને સોનાની ટોપી પહેરાવો. એ ટોપી અહીંયાથી પહેરાવો, પીછે પાછળથી પૈસા નીકાળે. અને તમે જોયું, ટોપી બધા પૈસાવાળાને પહેરાવે છે. ટોપી બધા પૈસાવાળાને પહેરાવે છે. એટલે કઈ કહ્યું ને ટોપી અહીંયા પહેરાવે, પાછળથી પૈસા નીકાળે. અને પછી આ પૈસા where it goes, we don't know. It's disappeared. So please, this is my request to you people, and you should propagate as much as you can within the grassroots. I'm not telling you that make me the president. I'm not telling you to vote for me. You vote the person you think is the best for the community. But my advice to you is one thing. rise, get up, don't sleep. Exercise your rights. When we vote votes, we come to you, no? That is right. Then why you are giving your votes without anything? Why you are not thinking what they are going to do? They have been cheating you all this long, and still, then the same leaders come and say they've cheated you. Whether you look at Hassan Wadi, you look at Ahmad Asham, you look at Dr. Mouladina, they all cheated you. And then they come and tell you, oh, please vote for this person, he's a good person. And you accept it. And you all go and vote for it. Don't you think why? Why are they doing this? They have got something to hide up there. They will not give you anybody from the system to come and take the chair. Last time I won in 2009. I won the election. The electoral commissioner declared me. The conference was supposed to be in Dar es Salaam. Why it was taken to Toronto? Because only two federations can rule there, Koish and Nasib. And when it came to here, Dar es Salaam, what happened? Because those people came and told you, no, he's right, and this, and you all followed it. And here we are today. I have not stood this time to get a president. I'm today, this time, standing up to wake you people up. I want you people to realize what is happening. I want to tell you that your millions and millions of pounds are being spent for nothing but vestige, and you should not allow it. આ બધા ઓરિજિન બનાવે છે, ઓલું બનાવે છે, ઓરિજિનનો મેનેજર, the head of the origin buys £1 million worth of property. He was never worked. He's working for origin, and all of a sudden he's working. Where does it come from? So please, this is my message to you people. Wake up and exercise your rights and demand your rights. With that, thank you very much for hearing me, giving your time. I apologize for being late to the meeting.